All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this round, dude. Let's look at this shit. Look at this new shit, bro. This is all you have to do. New move. Okay, boom. New. Okay, I tried to jab it that time. Nothing. New again. Again. Look at what he's. Look at his neutral. It's all. Okay, boom. Like that's the game now. That's it. And how did he get there? Up. What is that move? Up forward 2 now. That move. That's just his neutral now. That's it. Boom, boom, and like, I just have to sit there. I can't challenge it, or else I get clipped like that. And then if I sit there, boom, is wall splatting me, guard breaking me. Okay, so what do I like? So what do? I get annoyed, and I'm like, fuck it. Here's my new shit. So let's just run that. Then I can't play any other way. Let's just okay. So we'll just do that. And then that's how they want me to play. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And then boom, I get a perfect. Like that's how this is. Like I don't want to doom on Twitter or anything, but too much. But like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. And it annoys me because I love Tekken. It's so annoying that's what you have to do now. So anytime you fight a Claudio, that's all that optimal Claudio, that's what it is. And if they're not doing it, they're trolling. And it's not all of the cast, but it's a lot of the cast. It's like what are we doing? And you know, for me, someone who can like just play the game and have fun with it and like, you know, make content from it, a lot of it, like I'm the last person who needs to be dooming on about this shit. But it is so, some design choices are so weird, man. In this upcoming update, we will fix known issues and begin a balanced review based on the following policy. The patch notes for version blah 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 are scheduled to be released shortly before the update, around 10:30 justified on Japan Standard Time on Thursday, April 17th. Bet. Okay, well, here we are. Number 1, increase the maximum health value to help. Okay, let me keep reading. Increase the maximum health value to help mitigate situations where matches are decided through overly one-sided momentum. Okay, are you talking 200 health? What are you saying? What are you saying? Hold on. In light of the current damage environment trending toward inflation, driven by offense-heavy game balance and increased aerial combo damage, the maximum health value has been increased. But that makes pokes weaker. Okay, fine. Fuck Brian's down for. Fuck that move. I hate that move. These adjustments are intended to ease situations where matches are too easily decided by one-sided momentum. So there'll be like, I assume, one more opportunity for an interaction is what I'm assuming. I don't fucking know. Zangief headbutt scaling nerf as change, because now Zangief needs one more interaction, I think, than he used to. What? So okay. Now I don't know if this is gonna stay, but so I would assume it goes from 180 to 200, I feel like, or maybe 225, I don't know. If you think about it, I know it's not like the fairest comparison, but Overwatch did the same thing, right? Every 200 HP squishy hero went up to 225 or 250 even, and that kind of helped mitigate the frustration of getting one shot a lot. So, and like, I don't know, I like that change. It was pretty good. So, but like, this change makes it so pokes are even less valuable. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, think of it this way. So they nerfed I'll just speak on characters that I've played a lot, right? So look, they nerfed Dragunov's down 2, the damage, correct? They nerfed the damage on it. It already didn't do too much. So now his down 2 is even worse because now you have way more HP, and every time you down 2, you're risking -13 over and over, and I think it causes a different situation, different negative situation for some characters and other aspects, I guess. And also, I feel like this right here, this also encourages you to chimp out and not poke, because your pokes might not add up. So this it can encourage people to gorilla mode even more. Is what I'm thinking right now, like just off the top of my head. It can also make it so you're like, let's say you punish a hop kick. Now you have to punish it and like even more for like, you know, like so people might feel like they can take risks more often because you have more HP. I'm not saying they're just gonna do laws down 2-3 over and over, but like, you know, hop kick and shit like that, or you know, or fish for maybe more counter hit launchers. That's so. What's the good? I've only spoke about the bad regarding this. So the good could be, I don't know what it intends to do. Make it so you get another interaction to perhaps not allow the other person to snowball you. I guess. But honestly, you can read it and say what you want about it, but you really got to play the game to see how it actually is in practice with everything put together, chip damage, everything. So yeah, I guess we'll see. It's in a couple freaking days. I think the HP increase might just be a stop gap for later when they want to lower combo damage hits. I hope they just make it impossible to do these giant ass combos. I don't know if they'll reduce combos. Like, they're still gonna be fairly long. They can just buff poke damage. They could, but listen. There are so many pokes in the game. Trying to balance something like that is gonna be impossible. There are so many pokes. You know what it'll be impossible. Some characters will it'll be, I feel like it could be a balancing nightmare. Why do you start reading already? You're not gonna wait for your viewers? Dude, why don't you have your notifications turned on? Like, however, like 468 people who are in here in 9 minutes. Fake fan. Oh shit. Truth meter. Yes, sir. Look, Wild Child is in here. Never seen that name before in chat, but he's always here. Sup, Shrike. But okay, so that's how I feel about this first change. I feel like I gave my points on that. Gradual adjustments to overly high reward moves. Okay. This update addresses the overall inflation of attack strength and combo damage by implementing adjustments that can be done quickly to moves that provide excessive reward. We recognize this as a game-wide issue rather than a problem limited to specific characters, and we plan to continue reviewing and tuning these aspects progressively. Now, I wonder what is gonna come, like what changes are gonna come out in 2-3 days that they're referring to. Because obviously it's not gonna be all of them. It's just gonna be some. I mean, they're saying this update addresses the overall inflation of attack strength. So I'm just curious to see what it's gonna be. Like, what moves are we talking about here? You know what I think? They're probably gonna adjust the moves that are fairly new. Like, again, I'll just bring up my characters, like King's 3-2-2. Probably adjust stuff like that. Or like Claudio's up forward 2 thing or shit like that. I think they will. Excessive high reward, like high reward moves need a downside. I hate that. Right now, high reward moves like Claudio, for instance, not King. There's a little RPS there, right? You can I-13 interrupt, right? Or there's a little mix there, but like W downplay. But like I'm talking about like shit like when it's like a mid and it's plus and it's hard to step and you're put in a mix there constantly over and over and over. Like you know what I mean? Like shit like that. There's no way it could like stay, and that's just the neutral game. Steve is a massive one. Steve right now, brother, it makes no sense how that character is right now. It's just atrocious. It doesn't make any sense to me. Do you think newer players like me feel Season 2's offense, or is it just a higher level thing? No, no, dude. If you're a new player, you're not feeling that shit. You're just losing to some guy like slamming his forehead into his controller. I don't think it matters. Yeah, stuff like Zafina's mids over and over, that's pretty annoying. Yeah, overly high reward moves, dude, there needs to be a downside, man. There's gotta be. What was the original overly high reward move? It was fucking Heat Burst, man, when it used to track 360. They changed that, so. Examples of adjustments included in this update. Balance adjustment of high performance moves that can repeatedly create advantageous situations and lead to one-sided gameplay. Yeah, right? Exactly what I'm referring to. Adjustments to moves with a disproportionately high reward compared to their risk, ensuring fair risk-reward balance. Lars takes no... What is the risk Lars is taking, man? Like, that shit is atrocious. Not bad, though. Not bad. I fuck with it. I mean, it's good to hear. It's good to hear. Again, we will see how it is once it comes out, and they're also saying it's progressively, so there's no way they're gonna make all these changes now, you know, but I guess they're working. Yeah, it's good that they're saying something, right? W shill. Number 3, rebalancing the offensive and defensive aspects of the heat system. Currently, the benefits gained by the attacking player through the heat systems are considered too great. Yeah, you guys ever fought a fucking Lydia? You ever fought a Clive in Heat? What are you supposed to freaking do? The good changes of someone in Heat are how they addressed Kuma. I will talk about how it's a good thing. How they addressed Kuma with this most recent patch, that's a good thing, what they did. You don't just go Heat and just spam electric and then Heat smash and they can't move and half their life is gone to chip. It's a good change. But if you've ever fucking fought a Lydia, anytime Lydia pops heat, doesn't matter if it's the beginning of the match or if she's won, anytime she pops heat, I'm just like, dude, I'm fucked. Now I need to just sit there for 15 seconds. And then there are also characters like Law who have infinite heat meter, brother. It's fucking infinite. So you just, I don't know. He nunchucks, he gets it back. It is absolutely egregious. And I can't believe it's in the game. So some of that shit needs to go, man. Now, if you're talking King, like if he needs to land a grab to get it back, I think that's fair. I think that's fine. Because, again, he's not doing the Clive stuff or the Lydia stuff when he's in Heat. He has Jaguar Sprint. I think with King, it's okay. Yeah. But, yeah, okay, jokes aside, you guys know, like, when fucking Lydia or Clive, you're just kind of just standing there for 15 minutes because you have to hold their strings. Right, you just got to hold the string, and if you try to take that risk of pressing or crouching, you could just die. Right? Remove 3-2-2 Jaguar Sprint at the wall. I think 3-2-2 should be a wall combo. I don't think King should be able to control neutral with it. I feel like shove and crouch dash mix-ups and 4-4 neutral 2 and 4-4 1 to cover his steps there, and grabs are fair tools for neutral. I don't think he should 3-2-2 and control neutral, in my opinion. I do think it should be a wall combo. He has no, like, I think he needs the fucking wall combo. And listen, bro, do you know how many moves are in Tekken? I named like 4 neutral moves. What do you mean and? He has 100 moves. Okay, without chain throws, he has like 80 moves, dude. Fucking clowning. What's up, Riru? What did you say? Are you on the King downplay shit too? Remove the 3-2-2 and a Jaguar. Oh, you're the one who said that. No mention on legacy buttons. Yeah, they're... You funny, I love you. Yo, chill. They're not gonna revert it, man.
Diversity is a privilege.
True. That was a great line from fuck, what was his name? It starts with a V, right? The bald Australian. God damn it, what was his name? I don't know why I want to say Victor. No, I know his name. Don't say nothing. It's Slime IRL. A Volkanovski, yes. Volkanovski. The amount of hate I get on King is out of this world. I keep getting called boosted. I mean, they're fucking spitting, man. Like, I played you, bro. They're fucking spitting. Them boys spitting, man. We even said in the call you was gonna forget. Nah, bro. Reroute. We get to the last interaction. We get to the last game, last round, last interaction, and you alley kick for the W? Of course you're boosted, dude. Of course. All right, moving on. I had to get that out of my system. Toxic King mains in my chat. I had to get it out of the system. Oh, let's see. The following adjustments have been made. Revised damage scaling when using heat dash to suppress combo damage inflation. So when you heat dash after like launch heat dash, less damage. I felt like it didn't do too much damage because I feel like the heat dash scaled it quite a bit. No. Adjusted frame advantage on hit for heat engagers, maintaining benefits for the attacker while allowing the defender more opportunities to respond. So it's no longer gonna be plus 17. Okay, listen. If I made a read that they were gonna do like a charge move to continue their pressure to basically get a pseudo heat engager part 2, right? Think Jack heat engages and then he charges like his back 2 or something. Or think like, you know, a character heat engages and they're trying to hit you with something that's like 30 frames so they can continue and chip you and, you know, do more. Or do a low. I would throw the minus 17 hop kick, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that should be working on a read. So now, instead of plus 17, I mean, like, what would it be? Plus 9? I mean, if it's plus 9, I mean, you're still not really gonna be able to move, and 9 is way far away from 17. So like, I don't even think it's gonna be plus 9. If they're saying that it maintains benefits for the attacker, allowing the defender more opportunities to respond, this shit is not gonna be plus 9, dude. Because what opportunity do you have at minus 9? Dude, so you're gonna make heat engagers, I think, so what are they gonna make them? If you punish something with the I-12 Punisher and it leaves them standing, generally you're like plus 4, plus 5. So, I mean, like, what? So if they make it like plus 6, you know, like, I'm trying to think what this number could be because I don't think it'll be like plus 9. If they want to give the other guy more opportunity, they could do it so it's plus enough right below the threshold of where you can't step shit. But can you imagine someone heat engages you and they try to do their running 3 after and you just step it now? They try to do their slash kick after and it's just steppable now. That'll be a little odd because it seems a little weird to heat engage and then do a tracking move, because then you're generally going to be negative and then it's their turn. So I don't know. Trying to think, right? I'm trying to think of a lot of situations right here. Now, if it's something like plus 9 instead of plus 17, I think you're still probably just gonna hold back. Like, what are you gonna do? Hold back, or maybe power crush back? Because they could make it so now you could just power crush back, because currently you cannot do that, right? So maybe they'll do it so you can do the new Tekken 7, Tekken 8 mechanic which is power crush, maybe. So we'll see. So it's not plus 17 anymore. Can you imagine if it's like, oh, now it's plus 12? But see, it won't be, right? So well, I'm curious to see what it's going to be now. This is a big fundamental change. Big one. Additionally, adjustments have been made to chip damage as follows. Reduced additional chip damage during heat. Okay. So you no longer get more chip damage when you get heat, like characters do right now. So this is like change for every character. Better was good, my brother. Assalamu alaikum. What's up? What's up? Okay, I see. I see. So no additional chip and heat. All right. This is pretty. This could be healthy. Change the system so that moves which already deal chip damage do not receive extra chip damage while in heat. Okay, that's what I was assuming was the case when I read the first one too. Alright, well, Kuma's dead. Okay, that's fine. Future updates will also include adjustments to the amount of chip damage dealt by individual moves. Okay, okay. I mean, that seems healthy. That poor Slime. You think Slime was taking advantage? You think he was taking advantage of this? Come on, man. Come on, man. Future balance adjustments. In the next update planned for mid-May, adjustments will include reducing air combo damage and re-evaluating the performance of heat bursts. Oh, the big 5 and the big 2025. Thanks, Aru. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, come on. Yeah, much love, man. Thanks. So, yo, they're changing combo damage. How do you feel about changing combo damage? But here's the thing, though. Combo damage is fucked up in Season 2. I feel like combo damage was fine in Season 1, and I felt like it was on par with the rest of every other Tekken. Even Tekken 5, where you had 3-hit juggles, they still did the same amount, in my opinion. The combo was just over faster. You ever hit somebody with 3 electrics in Tekken 5? It does the same damage as hitting someone with 2 electrics into a fucking extension, into a freaking ender. Link to the patch notes. I think that it should be a command in the channel. I forgot. Bagon should have it. Yeah, so all right. No, I don't want combos to do too little damage either. That could be, I don't know. We'll see. Imagine they make changes and now we have so many timeouts. Okay, what else? Oh, and what the performance of Heat Burst. I think Heat Burst is honestly, I think Heat Burst is fine. Just some characters have really weird Heat Bursts that track both sides sometimes. Is it Jin? He sometimes tracks both sides. Could anyone? Brian also sometimes. There are some characters that track to one side but not the other very consistently, but then there are some that you step it and you're like, why am I blocking this? It doesn't make any sense, right? Brian and Dragunov are the best. Jin's is good too. Yeah, I don't you know, when they first talked about the change where okay, now they're linear, but
finally it's gonna be Tekken and not party game. Hopefully data.
You're too hopeful. Maybe eventually after like 2-3 patches, maybe. You're way too optimistic if you think it's just after this one in 2-3 days. But we can see if it's on the right track. We can see. Okay, so when they said that they're now nerfing Heat Burst tracking, but then they had an asterisk and it said will be character dependent. I like that. I like that some characters you need to play the matchup and you need to be stepping them one side when you make the read. Let's say you got hit by their while standing 4, you step the correct side. I like that. I think that that's Tekken and I enjoy it. Because if they step the wrong way, then okay, you're minus now, you're -1, eat the, -1 mix now. I enjoyed it, but if they stepped it correctly, they get a launcher. Now, I don't know how, if they reduce it on every character across the board, right? And you could step it either way. I think it's a little limiting. I think Tekken, what makes Tekken is doing the right thing. Depending on who you're fighting. You know, I don't think you should, they have Heat Burst. It's universal now. You don't need to know anything. Just chimp out and just start stepping wherever you want. That's just how I feel. Maybe Boomer take, I don't know, but that's how I feel. Now, the Jin, Dragunov, Brian, yeah, they should fix that. Again, it should either be linear or track the one side. Yeah, I don't like that mindless stuff. I feel like you should know, you should learn. Like you should be playing a king one day and you should be like, oh, okay, so I stepped it wrong. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for the future. I think it's good. I don't like what's the bad side about that, about learning and applying it. But yeah. Additionally, we will review issues that could not be addressed in this update, such as moves that consistently create advantageous situations leading to one-sided matches, attacks with disproportionately high rewards relative to their risk. Yeah, I feel like we already read that. Okay, that's good. It gives me hope, and I'm glad that I'm happy about it. Yeah, how do you guys feel? I think it's a good start. Do you think anyone got fired? Do you accept their apology? No, I need to play the patch and then, you know, not to glaze myself, but dude, do you know how many people I probably got into Tekken in general? I'm willing to bet it's like over like 7 years, it's at least 1,000 people, right? At least. Over like 5 years or so, 6-7 years, I'm gonna say at least 1,000. So no, I don't accept their apology yet. I'm like a walking advertisement for Tekken, you know what I mean? So I need to play it. I need to play the patch and then see how it is. Self glaze at least 1,000. Add a pro, reset modem. Wait, what? Okay, but yeah, so yeah, that's how I feel right now, and I think it's a